If you use Claude, listen carefully. Tonight is the last night Fable 5 is included in your subscription. Starting tomorrow July 8, every Fable 5 query costs $10 per million input tokens. Double the price of the previous flagship. Here is what you need to do tonight, and what to use instead if you are not going to pay the premium. Fable 5 launched in June as the most capable model Anthropic has ever released. 80.3% on SWE bench. A 22-point lead over GPT 5.5 at the time. For the past several weeks it has been included in Claude subscriptions. Pro. Max Team. Enterprise. All plans included 50% weekly usage at no extra cost. That ends tonight. From July 8, Fable 5 usage requires credits billed at the standard API rate. $10 per million input tokens. $50 per million output tokens. If you have not decided whether it is worth it, tonight is the night to decide. Here is the exact change in plain terms. Before tonight, your Pro, Max, Team, or Enterprise subscription includes 50% of your weekly Fable 5 usage at no additional cost. You can use Fable 5 for up to half your weekly queries without paying extra. Starting July 8, every single Fable 5 query requires usage credits. The 50% weekly inclusion disappears completely. There is no partial buffer. There is no grace period. There is no first query free. From tomorrow, Fable 5 is a premium add-on charged at $10 per million input tokens and $50 per million output tokens. To understand what that means in practice, if you send a prompt that uses 10,000 input tokens and receive a response of 5,000 output tokens, that single query costs 10 cents on input plus 25 cents on output, 35 cents per query. If you are running an agentic workflow with long contexts and extended outputs, costs compound fast. A 100,000 token conversation costs $1 in input alone. Know what you are using before you commit to paying. Let me put the pricing in context so you can see exactly what you are choosing between. Fable 5, $10 per million input, $50 per million output. Claude Opus 4.8, $5 per million input, $25 per million output. Half the price of Fable 5. Still a powerful flagship. Claude Sonnet 5, $2 per million input tokens through August 31st. Sonnet 5 launched July 1st. It scores 63.2% on SWE bench agentic coding. It is now the free and pro default model. GPT 5.6 Tera, $2.50 per million input, $15 per million output. Coming mid-July. Near GPT 5.5 performance on coding. The pricing picture is clear. Fable 5 at $10 per million is 5 times more expensive than Sonnet 5. 4 times more expensive than Opus 4.8 on input. If the capability gap does not translate to direct business value in your specific workflow, you are paying a premium for brand recognition, not results. Most users will find that Sonnet 5 or Opus 4.8 covers their actual needs at a fraction of the cost. Here is the honest breakdown. You should pay for Fable 5 if you are running agentic coding workflows where the 80.3% SWE bench score matters specifically. You are doing security research or red teaming that requires maximum capability. You have measured the output quality difference in your specific use case, and it translates to real business value. You should not pay for Fable 5 if you are a casual user. Sonnet 5 is sufficient for writing, reading, research, and standard coding assistance. You are a budget-conscious developer. At $2.50 per million, GPT 5.6 Tera delivers comparable coding performance at roughly 1/4 of Fable 5's input cost. You have been using Fable 5 out of habit without measuring whether the output actually differs for your tasks. The hard question is this: have you compared a Fable 5 output to a Sonnet 5 output on the same prompt for your specific use case? If the answer is no, do not pay the premium until you have run that test. 3 alternatives in order of recommendation for most users. Option 1, Claude Sonnet 5. $2 per million input tokens through August 31st. 63.2% SWE bench. 1 million token context window. Already the free and pro default. For writing, research, standard development work, and most API use cases, this is the right answer. Option 2, Claude Opus 4.8. $5 per million input, 25 per million output. Half the price of Fable 5. Still the second most capable model in the Claude lineup. If you genuinely need more than Sonnet 5 but do not need Fable 5's absolute ceiling, Opus 4.8 is the right answer. Option 3, GPT 5.6 Terra from OpenAI. $2.50 per million input, 15 per million output. Coming mid-July. Not available yet, but worth knowing it is coming before committing to Fable 5 credits. If you are a developer who switches between providers based on price performance, wait 2 weeks before locking in. Practical action items for tonight. 1. Decide which model covers your actual use case. If you have been using Fable 5 by default, run the same prompt through Sonnet 5 right now. Compare the output quality. If you cannot tell the difference, you do not need to pay the premium. 2. Check your usage this week. If your weekly Fable 5 usage is high, and you are planning to continue that usage volume, calculate what the credit cost will be. $10 per million input times your average weekly token consumption. If that number is acceptable for the value you get, buy credits tonight. 3. If you are not buying credits, switch your default model tonight. Go into Claude settings. Change the default model to Sonnet 5 or Opus 4.8. Do not let a habits-based query slip through at $10 per million tomorrow when you did not intend to pay. 4. If you are running any automated workflows or API calls that default to Fable 5, update your model parameter in the code tonight. Automated workflows are the easiest way to accidentally run up a large credit bill. 1 million token context, multiple runs, left on Fable 5 by default, that adds up immediately. Fable 5 is genuinely the most capable model Anthropic has built. But most users do not need the most capable model Anthropic has built. They need a model that is good enough, cheaply. Sonnet 5 at $2 per million is that model for most workflows. The correct response to tonight's deadline is not panic, it is a deliberate choice. Make the choice with numbers, not habit. Subscribe for daily AI news in 20